We don't call women losers enough. And I couldn't agree more. So I made a list. Coming in at number 1, we have women who make man-hating content. Just because you can't find a man that you want that wants you back and all the ones you date are bums does not make all men losers. You're the loser because you can't get what you want. Right behind that at number 2, we have women who make de-center men content. They are literally the center of your content. If they didn't exist, neither would your platform. And lastly, for the girlies that actually post, are the ones that make first date content. It's in the same vein, it's all really ridiculous, and you're never going to find a man that is going to take you seriously because all of them are going to see your social media and run, as they should. Number 4, we have women who have no hobbies outside of social media. The girls that come home from work and they scroll on their phones, eat some dinner, scroll on their phones some more, and go to bed. Loser. Number 5, we have women who genuinely try to imitate or idolize female rappers. You are not a Barb, you're 30. Number 6, women who make jokes about men's mental health. I'm sorry you don't have any men in your life that you genuinely care about or that care about you. That's sad. Seek therapy, not projecting to other people on the internet. We are not in this. You have trauma. Deal with that. Number 7, we have women with 2 or more baby daddies. I will not be elaborating on that. I think it speaks for itself. Last but not least, we have women that would choose the bear. Did y'all not see that girl get her butt whooped by that deer? That's what y'all would look like, but 10 times worse, and I feel sorry for you. Final disclaimer, I am an equal opportunist, so I can make the same list for men, but this one's for you, ladies.
I would love to see that list for Ben. But it, essentially no notes. No notes. We'll go through each of those. Yeah, absolutely love that. And there's been such a follow-up like from women commenting about what she just said. And one of the points she makes is like it's funny that men aren't complaining about what was said because this is what men have been sort of saying. A lot of times you just need to hear it from a woman. But before we go through those by the numbers, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Still going strong, still doing 2 a day, still trying to pay that rent. Again, want to jump right back into this by the numbers.
Love you. Not really. A man really just got on this app and said we don't call women losers enough. And I couldn't agree more. So I made a list. Coming in at number 1, we have women who make man-hating content. Just because you can't find a man that you want that wants you back and all the ones you date are bums does not make all men losers.
Absolutely right. Absolutely factual, right? And I've got to sift through, since starting the channel, I have to sift through so much social media, and that wasn't my normal operandi with social media. I was able to put it down, have a time for myself, use it back and forth. But now, since I'm trying to treat this as a job, you get sort of inundated with so much just content about how awful men are, how awful men are. And it's always followed by an anecdotal story of a dating experience or a friend's experience. And then that's, you paint the rest of men like that. Those of us that see it, that try to be better men, we see that and we say, great, I'm going to leave you alone. And anyone that talks like this, I'm just going to leave you alone, because outside of the vitriolic statements, I understand what's happening. If you had the man that you wanted, you'd be fine. And he wanted you, right? To the way you would desire something, you'd be fine. This content would not exist. But the very real truth is when we are confronted by the thing that we desire and we know we cannot get it, instead of looking inwardly and say, all right, there's a lot of changes I got to make, there's a lot of work I got to do, it's easy just to get angry. And that's how I take a lot of it, what I see online. This is people you're just angry.
You're the loser because you can't get what you want. Right behind that at number 2, we have women who make de-center men content. They are literally the center of your content. If they didn't exist, neither would your platform. And last,
again, fantastic. And this is, again, another thing that's becoming more and more popular. If you genuinely want to de-center men, and then your content would be really reflective of anything but men. The actual de-center men social media sort of campaign is really just another way to reach out to other women and say, look, men are bad. And my life is so much better once I stop caring about men. Rather, when you are truly done with something, right? As if when you love someone and you guys break up, and then the opposite of that isn't hate, right? Because hate indicates that you still care. This person's still in your mind. They still occupy time and space in your mind. You make decisions or don't make decisions based on trying to hurt them because it's reflective of you hurting inside. The opposite of that is indifference. If you are have decentered men and that is the goal, that is where you are, then you'd be completely indifferent to all men's sort of content. You can still comment and stuff like, "Oh wow, that's weird." Okay, and you move on. This it's the same sort of man hating content that you still see from number one. That's all it is. And again, I don't think men are blind to it. Men understand what's happening here.
For the girlies that actually post are the ones that make first date content. It's in the same vein. It's all really ridiculous, and you're never going to find a man that is going to take you seriously because all of them are going to see your social media. And
What I say before, and then I think I'm gonna make that on put that on a hoodie, on a t-shirt or something, on a sweatshirt. Yeah, we don't want to be in your story time. We don't want to be in your story time. And when we're so quick to sometimes simply exchange our social media first, if you peruse someone's content or you stumble upon someone's content, you see all this sort of first date, this, that, and it's just like it's completely something I don't want to be part of this at all. If that's what you as this if we're gonna go on a date and the whole thing is going to be retold through your lens, through your eyes, that's the last thing I want to do. That's the very last thing I want to do. So again, she's absolutely right. Men, when they see that, they find that, just kind of go about their own business.
run as they should. Number 4, we have women who have no hobbies outside of social media. The girls that come home from work and they scroll on their phones, eat some dinner, scroll on their phones some more, and go to bed. Loser. Number 5.
So I think that's probably the easiest thing that cuts both ways, right? Women often complain that men have no hobbies, or it's more or less that they don't really respect the hobbies that men have. So they look at them and call them losers. But we never really see like the flip where men are saying, yeah, when on a dating site or a dating app, all you see is basically, rubber cutouts of the same sort of, profiles. Like to try new restaurants, like go for walks, or I like to I like traveling. It's the same sort of things where it's really indicative of like, no, this is a hobby of mine. I like to crochet. I like to go bowling. I like archery. I like trying new cafes or um bookstores. I like reading. Like that's those are rare things because men's hobbies sometimes involve like I'm gonna play 2K, I'm gonna play GTA, or I'm gonna go out fishing. Women are notorious for saying they hate the picture of the man holding up like fishing a fish or hunting. Those are his hobbies. If he wants to go and he wants to shoot a gun, that's his hobby. But because we have two different sets of hobbies, men are often looked at and shamed like you don't have anything. Even men that like, you like to go play Magic the Gathering, you like to play Dungeons and Dragons. It's still a hobby. It's still something different. It's still something that entertains you. I'm not saying that women don't have hobbies. It's just often hard to see them because real hobbies, they're not really put forward. So I think that's a very fair critique.
We have women who genuinely try to imitate or idolize female rappers. You are not a Barb. You're 30. Number 6.
No notes on that. No notes on that. Like if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But that's a whole pass. That's a whole pass. Again, same thing for the 30, 40-year-old SoundCloud rapper, right? On the male side. That's a whole pass.
Women who make jokes about men's mental health. I'm sorry you don't have any men in your life that you genuinely care about or that care about you. That's sad.
Yes, and I was ecstatic when men's mental health came out, and a couple of women were online dancing and celebrating the fact that the deletion rate for men, and they were quickly eviscerated in comments and came and issued those weak apologies. We can't want so much from men, put so much pressure on men, and then look and make fun of when they're crack under that pressure, when they're mental, and at the same time want to be coddled when you have any type of thing that distresses you in terms of mental health, in terms of your relationships with men, or your relationship, or any type of hardship befalls you, but you cannot see it in men. You cannot give men that credit. It's almost as if you don't have a father. I know a lot of us don't know our fathers, but you don't have a brother. You never had a male friend. You never had a male teacher you respected. There's no male in your life that you can at least say, you've never done wrong by me, and I don't wish this on you. or even if I don't like you or your gender per se, I don't wish harm to befall on you.
Seek therapy, not projecting to other people on the internet. We are not in this. You have trauma. Deal with that. Number 7, we have women with 2 or more baby daddies. I will not be elaborating on that. I think it speaks for itself.
I think she's right. It speaks for itself, and the more that number goes up, right, it speaks for itself. And I came across this compilation of Kendra Drees, and think it was, I think the minimum was 3 or 4 baby daddies. It was like the minimum, and it went as high up like to like 6 or 7. Yeah, that loser behavior, right? Because we understand that at some point you learn and you understand, and you stop making that mistake. I think multiple having children by multiple baby dads is a mistake. And I know we all have different situations, different things that require understanding and grace. But at a certain point in time, you have to know you're responsible for what you're doing.
Last but not least, we have women that would choose the bear. Did y'all not see that girl get her butt whooped by that deer? That's what y'all would look like, but 10 times worse. And I feel sorry.
I missed that. I'm gonna have to go end this video and see if I can find that. But we get that it was a thought experiment. But what I think with the way men and women are looking at it, sometimes women are more apt to make a point to say how distrustful they are of men in a general sense, and men are saying you don't understand the innate violence of a bear, and men are also simultaneously say most of us don't mean you harm. I know it becomes a weird thing to wrap your head around. We're saying most intimate partner violence is, or the way it's reported, from men to women, but it's of those that are committing that, and of those, it's such a small percentage of men in general. So men are saying, especially men that say, I've got no bone in my body that wants to strike a woman, right? Especially someone that I profess to love and care about, that I'm in a relationship with. But you're not able to see that from a man's point of view, to the point where you want to say you want to choose a wild animal, which, if hungry, will maul your face off, right? Will maul your face off. Maybe not immediately, but it will maul your face. And not in a survivable way where I made it. No, all it takes is you go look at a bear attack. Just look at a bear attack and say, "Oh yeah, no, this is horrendous." While most times when you operate in your actual life, you're around men all the time, and for most people, no harm has befallen you. And not like you're saying you're around men and you rest your girls. No, you're by yourself going from A to B, and there's men around, and nothing happens to you. For the most part, most of us are safe. We live in a relatively safe society. But when you have the inability to see that, to understand that, it's like, all right, you just choosing this, one, because the sisterhood said you should, and two, because you want men to understand somehow how you just don't feel safe around all of them. If that's the case, never leave your house, get a gun, get a bazooka, get a tank, right? And don't really seek relationships with men either. But listen, if you thought I missed something, let me know down in the comments below. We see all the videos on your screen right now. It means I'm doing my job. Take a look at those. Let me know what you think about those in those videos. And of course, if you join this, if you're still here and you've enjoyed this, and you haven't subscribed, at this point, come on, right? We're just trying to pay the rent. We're having fun with this one. I'll see you in the next one.